Please face the clerk and raise your right hand.
Sir, do you solemnly swear that the testimony about to give to this court in this journal will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
May I inquire?
Yes.
Sir, state your name for the record and spell your last name, please.
Joseph J. Sylvia, Jr., S-I-L-V-I-A.
You are a state trooper?
Yes, I am.
How long have you been a state trooper?
A little over 20 years.
What section are you assigned to within the state police?
Crime scene services section located in Lakeville.
How long have you worked there?
Since 2001.
And what do you do for crime scene services?
Respond to major crimes, assist local, state, and federal agencies with processing their crimes.
You particularly, what do you do?
Fingerprint evidence, fingerprint analysis, photography, video, mostly all-encompassing that.
Were you working in that capacity in June of 2013?
I wasn't on call, but I got called in, yes.
What time did you get called in? Do you recall?
Approximately 6 p.m.
And as a basis of that call, where did you go?
I went to North Attleboro,
Where specifically within North Attleboro?
John L. Deach Boulevard.
When you went there, just sort of as you're pulling in, could you describe for the jury what you saw?
It was an industrial park, and a part of the industrial park that was currently undeveloped.
About what time did you get there?
I arrived in the location around 7, a little after 7 p.m.
Was it still light out?
Yes, a little bit, yes.
Okay. What were your responsibilities with regards to that location that night?
I was asked by my supervisor if I would photograph foot track impressions and tire track impressions.
Did you know that going in? In other words, did you know that when you got there?
I did not until I spoke with him.
Okay. Who directed you, if anybody, to any particular location within the industrial area?
Sergeant, who's now Lieutenant Stephen Bennett.
And where was the first area that he directed you to?
I believe it was the tire track impression.
With regards to the tire track impression, just if you could first describe the area that you were taking the photographs of.
It was hard pan dirt. It was very, very hard, most of it.
Could you, as you sort of approach that location with your camera, could you actually see the tire track impression?
Yes, I could.
Okay. May I approach you?
You may.
Should you be led and has to be recognized what goes on?
Photographs of the tire track impressions I took on that night.
Sir, I know there were several pages that you went through. Why did you take so many impressions, so many photographs?
Change the angle of the light so you can see different detail in the impression.
Move to admit this is a series you own?
Objection.
Name not.
Me.
First, I'm going to show you 235I and ask if you recognize what's depicted in that photograph.
Yes, it's the tire track compression.
Okay, can you say specifically what disc, with any sort of distinction, how far away you are when you took that picture?
Maybe 8, 10 feet.
The yellow placard that you see there with the number 1 on it, did you place that there?
No, I did not.
Was it there when you got there?
Yes.
Show you what you marked 235A. Ask if you recognize what that is.
Yes.
What's that?
It's a close-up of the tire track compression.
The ruler in that picture, did you place that there?
Yes, I did.
The purpose of doing so?
To be able to bring a photo to 1-to-1 when you reproduce it.
I'll show you 235B and ask if you recognize what that is.
Yes.
What is that?
Photo of the tire track compression.
Why the same sort of angle? What's different in this picture from the last one?
The angle of the direction the light's coming from.
So this is 235B, and then the particularity you're directing to this sort of area here, what is that, do you recall?
Excuse me, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Watch my finger. This sort of dark area right here. Oh, it's off the screen. There.
That is the leg to my quadrupod.
Okay. And with regards to the area sort of extending across the tire track area, what is that?
Shadow from that leg.
.235C. Again, what is that?
Photograph of the same tire track compression.
Okay. Now, with particularity looking at the shadow, is the shadow in a different position than it was in the last picture?
Yes.
What does that indicate?
That changing the direction of the light.
235D. Ask you just quickly describe what that is.
Photo of the same tire track compression.
And again, can you tell from the shadow on the tripod that's a different light direction?
I can't see it from here. Yes.
235B. What is that?
Photo of the tire track compression.
Again, is the light's direction different in this?
Yes.
235F. What is that?
That same tire track compression.
235G. What is that?
Photo of the same tire track compression.
235H. What is that?
Photo of the tire track compression again.
Are all of those the same tire track compression?
Yes.
What was different in each photo from one to another?
Just I move the light around the impression in every photo.
Did you photograph any other items at that location that night?
I photographed 2-foot track compressions.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Me.
Show you on this photograph and ask if you recognize what that is.
Yes.
What is that?
That's a photo I took of a foot track compression.
That night?
Yes.
Does it truly accurately represent what you photographed? that
Yes.
night?
No objection.
Into this next exhibit.
And may I publish it? 236. Sir, you can see that photograph?
Yes.
What is depicted in that photograph?
Foot track impression?
And again, the ruler, did you place that there?
Yes, I did.
And the placard, was that there already when you got there?
Yes.
May I approach again, Your Honor?
You may.
So you know a series of photographs that describe in general terms what they did with photographs?
The photo of the foot track impression?
Are they photos of the same footprint?
Yes.
And with regards to these particular photos, are they each distinct from each other in some manner?
Yes.
And with regards to the particular photographs you took that night, do you fairly and accurately represent the footprint that you took for the photo of that night?
Yes, it does.
Move to the
No objection.
About this next exhibit.
May I publish it?
May.
I'll show you now what's been marked 237A. And ask if you recognize what that is.
Yes.
What is that?
A foot track impression I was asked to photograph?
With regards to the number 2 placard there, did you place that?
No, I did not.
And with regards to the ruler that is there, did you place that?
Yes.
Again, what is the purpose of the ruler in this photo?
To be able to reproduce it at one-to-one.
When you came to photograph this particular location, was it covered or uncovered?
When I came to photograph, it was uncovered.
Did you ever see any cover being removed from it?
No, I did not.
237B, what are we looking at here?
That same foot track impression?
And with regards to the difference between A and B, is that again the light shifting?
Yes, changing the direction of the light.
C, what is depicted there?
Same impression with a different direction of light.
237D.
That's same foot track impression.
237E.
Same foot track impression.
237F.
That same foot track impression.
237G.
That same foot track impression.
237H.
Same foot track impression.
237I.
Same foot track impression.
Sir, in your training experience, can you tell us this particular area here, what causes that sort of slight discoloration in the photograph?
Just the other lighting that was in the area when I took the photo.
Did you actually, when you with your naked eyes, ever see any color like that?
No.
If you look down at yourself, not for a camera?
No. No, I did not.
237J, what was that?
That same foot track impression.
237K.
That same foot track impression.
So what was the surface of the ground like at the location of the foot track impression?
It was a bit softer sand, more like a little bit of silty.
Was that unusual for that area, sort of within, say, 10 or 15 foot radius?
It was down like an embankment where the sand had washed. So most of it was hard, except for the sand had washed, so that area was a little bit softer.
Okay. Turning your attention to June 18th of 2013, did you have occasion to take some photographs of an automobile?
Yes, I did.
And do you know what kind of car that was?
Nissan Altima.
Where was it that you took those photographs?
I believe it was Enterprise Rent-A-Car in Attleboro. No.
May I approach you?
You may.
Sure, the single photograph. Ask if you recognize what that is.
Yes.
What is that?
That's the Nissan Altima I photographed.
And with regards to your ability to identify it, how do you know that that's the picture of the car you photographed that day?
I'm not sure what you're asking.
Is there anything in the picture that makes you know it's the same car?
The license plate.
Thank you. Move to admit.
No objection.
Mark this next exhibit.
And sir, were there any particular areas on the automobile that you photographed?
Yes.
Specifically regarding the tires, did you take pictures of those?
Yes, I did.
May I approach you?
You may.
May I ask you to take a look at this series of photographs? What is depicted in that series of photographs, sir?
Tires.
What tires, sir?
The rear tires on the Altima.
Does this fairly inaccurately depict photographs of the tires that you took that day in June 18, 2013?
Yes.
Thank you. Move to admit.
I just wonder, Your Honor, if he could, if he knows which tire is which.
I was planning on doing that when I published the journal.
Okay, then I have no objection, Your Honor.
Okay, Mark this next exhibit.
239A through G.
Me.
Sir, first I'll show you number 238 and ask you what that is.
Photograph of the silver Nissan Altima?
And that's the one that you did the photographs of the tires.
Yes.
I show you this photo that's been marked 239A and ask if you recognize what that is.
Yes.
What is that?
Photograph of the rear tire,
Which rear tire for the record, sir?
the right rear tire.
The ruler in this particular picture, do you know whose hand that is?
I can't see. I mean, I believe it's Kim that was at the scene with me when I went to photograph the vehicle.
Again, sir, the same purpose for the ruler in this photo to be able to create the window.
Yes.
I'll show you 239B. You recognize what that is?
For the right rear tire.
239C. What is that, sir?
Another photo of the right rear tire.
Show you 239B. Ask you what that is.
Photograph of the left rear tire.
E. Ask you what that is.
Photograph of the right rear tire.
Sir, can you remember, do you recall what this was here?
Looks like a muffler.
F. Ask you what that is.
Left rear tire.
And 239G. What is that?
Another photo of the left rear tire.
Now, turning your attention to June 26th of 2013, did you have another involvement with this case on that day?
Yes.
And what was that?
Take major case prints
Of whom?
of Mr. Aaron Hernandez.
And for the record, please point him out.
He's a gentleman with the gray suit and the blue shirt.
May the record reflect identification of the defendant, Your Honor.
Me.
And, sir, did you bring anything with you here to court today?
Yes, I did.
And what was that?
The major case prints.
And when you say the major case prints, are those Mr. Hernandez's major case prints?
Yes.
Do you have them with you now?
Yes, I do.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Me.
For the record, sir, those are contained in what sort of a form?
Containing container AT, a limbs, with a limbs label on it.
It's an envelope, sir?
Yes.
Okay. You just take the items out of the envelope, please. How many items are there altogether?
3 sets.
Were those complete sets of the defendant's prints?
Not all complete sets.
Okay, so if you could
2
just,
complete sets.
starting from the beginning, just hold it, show Your Honor and the court, and the jury, what were the first set there?
Each individual one.
Yes, please.
This card is of the individual fingertips from each finger.
This has been marked as an exhibit.
It has, I can mark it first, please.
Well, you can't show it to the jury before it's marked as an exhibit.
I move to admit it as exhibit.
No objection.
It's been marked as an exhibit.
Second part, sir.
Second card, just a 10-print card.
And why is there a 10-print card as opposed to the card that you just showed us?
Just part of the, the packet we put together.
Okay. The next item, sir?
It's the left hand, left palm,
And who's left on?
Mr. Aaron Hernandez.
And the next item, sir?
Right palm of Mr. Hernandez. Here's right palm of Mr. Hernandez. And the left palm of Mr. Hernandez.
Is that considered to be one complete set, sir?
Yes.
And are there other sets in there as well?
Another complete, and this one is just without the second set of fingertips.
Okay. And is there anything on there on which Mr. Hernandez acknowledges his fingerprints have been taken?
His signature.
Was that signature done in front of you?
Yes, it was.
Just ask you to put those down, please.
Can we approach, Your Honor?
Let me just instruct you that you cannot draw any inference adverse to the defendant from the mere fact that he may have been arrested or that his fingerprints were taken. That is not something from which you can draw any inference of guilt or any inference adverse to the defendant. Let me proceed.
Your Honor, may I just publish a little bit of this?
May.
Thank you. Just show you this item that has red number 2 on it, and ask what that is that we're showing now.
10 print card of Mr. Aaron Hernandez.
Specific to this signature here. Whose signature is that?
Aaron Hernandez.
And was that done in your presence?
Yes.
Thank you. I have nothing for the judge. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Trooper.
Good afternoon.
Sir, you told us that you went to the scene in North Attleboro on the evening of June 17th, 2013, and took some photographs, right?
Yes.
Okay. And is it fair to say that you were assisting Sergeant Bennett that evening?
Yes.
And you were taking photographs of what he asked you to take photographs of?
Yes, I was.
Okay. And what he asked you to take photographs of that evening were a tire track impression that was at that yellow placard number 1, right?
Yes.
And footwear impressions that were at placards 2, and 3.
Yes,
Okay. And I assume you were standing next to those impressions when you took those photographs, right?
yes,
Okay. Were you wearing shoes that night, Trooper?
yes, I was.
Did anybody ever take a photograph of the shoes you were wearing that night?
I don't recall.
Now, the next day, you took some photographs of some tires on Nissan Altima, right?
Yes,
Okay, and you did that right there in the parking lot of Enterprise Rent-A-Car?
yes.
Okay. So I'm just going to show you one of those tire photographs. This is, I think it's the 239G, I think was the last one. This is, he said, this is the left rear. This is the left rear passenger tire?
Yes,
Okay. And looking at that tire, zooming in on here, would you agree with me that there are a whole bunch of little pebbles or stones or something kind of embedded in the tread of that tire?
yes,
And you studied tire track analysis, haven't you?
taking the class, yes.
Okay. And that's not unusual to see pebbles or rocks or embedded in a tire, is it?
No,
Now, do you remember 2 days later, on June 20th, taking some photographs from an airplane?
yes.
And were you in an airplane or a helicopter? Or what were you in that day?
I was in a helicopter.
A helicopter, okay. And so this is on June 20th, right?
I believe so. I can refer to my notes and tell you.
All right, let me,
Sure.
let me approach and see if I can refresh your recollection. Super. Sylvia, let me just show you a document. Is that your report, sir?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and does that refresh your recollection as to the date that you went up in a helicopter and took some photographs in North Alabama?
Yes,
What was that?
June 20th, 2013.
Okay. So, and that was at the request of Sergeant Bennett as well, right?
Yes,
Okay. And he had some specific areas in North Attleboro in mind that he wanted you to take aerial photographs of, right?
yes, the entire area, the scene
Okay.
area.
Okay. And you took, well, what do you mean the entire area, sir?
The whole undeveloped pit area. and
Okay,
the
so he
surroundings.
wanted you to take, he asked you to take photographs of the Corliss Landing area where Mr. Lloyd's body was found, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay. And he also, did he not, ask you to take some photographs of Mr. Hernandez's home?
yes,
Okay. And you did that, right?
yes.
Okay. I'm going to show you two photographs, Trooper Sylvia, and ask you if those are two of the aerial photographs that you took at Sergeant Bennett's direction on June 20th, 2013 from the helicopter.
They appear to be, yes.
And they appear to be accurate copies of the photographs you
Yes.
took. I offer these as an exhibit.
No objection.
Did Marcus makes you say that?
So this is on, during the day on Thursday, June 20th, right?
Yes,
Okay. So let me just first click 241 on the screen here. You see that, sir?
Yes.
And does this photograph depict the Corliss Landing industrial park area that you were asked to photograph as it appeared from the sky on June 20th?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And the area I'm pointing to over here is the general area where the body was found?
Yes.
And this road down here, is that Landry Avenue, sir?
I believe so.
Okay. You're not from North Attleboro?
No.
Okay. And there were trees or forests or wooded areas on both sides? Is that
Yes.
true? Okay. And now I'm going to show you 242. It's the one in the middle here?
Yes.
Okay. And this is on June 20th, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you see all these trucks parked across the street here?
Yes.
Okay. And could you tell from the air what those appear to be, sir?
Appeared to be media?
Like TV trucks and
Yes.
stuff? Thank you, Trooper. That's all I have to
Carry that. The mic on.
Sir, just, council asked you about 239G. Which tire is that?
That is the left rear tire,
Driver's side or passenger side?
driver's side.
I'm sorry, let me, if I may. E. You see that tire, sir?
Yes, I do.
Okay, is that the other rear tire?
Right rear tire, yes.
Okay, that's the right rear tire. That's the passenger side?
Yes.
Okay. That's a different tire than the one I showed you before, right?
Yes.
All right. Does this tire also appear to have a whole bunch of pebbles or rocks embedded in the
Yes, it
tread?
does.
Thank you, sir.
Nothing, thank you very much.
You may step down. Because of unanticipated scheduling issues, we're going to stop at this point today. Please keep your mind suspended. Don't discuss the case among yourselves or with anyone else. We'll resume tomorrow morning at 9, and again, we are going to stop as previously scheduled tomorrow at 1. Please continue to avoid anything about the case or Mr. Hernandez that could appear in any newspaper, magazine, or television, or on Facebook, Twitter, or other social media, or anywhere else. Continue to avoid speaking or emailing or texting or otherwise communicating in any way with anyone, including each other, about the case or Mr. Hernandez. And if anyone starts talking to you about the case or Mr. Hernandez or your jury service, please end the conversation immediately. And please do not do any research about the case or Mr. Hernandez or anything you think could in any way be relevant about the case. Thank you for your patience, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a good afternoon.
All right.
All persons having anything further to do before the Honorable, the Justice E. Susan Gosh of the Superior Court, now sitting at Fall River within and for the Commonwealth, depart and give your attendance here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. to which time and place the sitting of this court is now adjourned. God save the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Court's going to stand adjourned.